There we go. Thank you all so much for coming this evening. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chris Witherill. I am the middle school band director here in Marshall. And if you've been with us at any of our concerts, you'll know you might be able to recite the following by heart. First and foremost, thank you all so much for coming. If you have a small child and they need attention, we do keep the exterior doors open. We take them out instead of the show. Your ringtone, as much as it might be the latest and greatest from the top hits, we are here to listen to your students play. So if you can silence your cell phones, that would be great. Last but certainly not least, the transition between 5th and 7th grade is very brief, so we would ask that you stay for the full duration of the concert. On stage are the 5th graders now. 5th grade is the first year that band is offered in Marshall. With our new schedule, they actually have band every single day, and I am very excited to show the progress they have made this year. Our first piece is titled Alphabet. Our second piece for you this evening is Surprise Symphony Variations. When I was talking to the students about this one, kind of the history of it, way back, people were falling asleep during concerts and the composer needed a way to keep them awake. I'll let you decide if you can figure out how he did that. This is Surprise Symphony Variations. Hopefully you are now nice and awake. Our third piece for this evening is titled Blazon. It's not anything recognizable, but I will say it is difficult. This is one we've actually been working on since before our last concert. Just really trying to push them and challenge them. So this one is tough. It's Blazon. Our next piece for you this evening is more on the jazzy side. It's a sort of a swing-esque tune that features our trombone section. So this is Sliding the Blues. Show Band 2. It is a very recognizable melody with a slight twist. I don't know what happened to the first one, but this is the second version. Before we play that final version, as soon as we're done, we will quickly transition to the 7th grade and into tonight's program. On stage now is our 7th grade band. We have 3 exciting pieces for you to play for you tonight. The first is titled The Sound of Music. tone. I think it's sort of Scottish Hills inspired. Again, nothing recognizable yet. We'll get there. I really like this one. This is kind of one of my favorites. This is Mountains of Love. Before we play our final piece for this evening, I would just like to thank you all so much for coming out tonight and seeing their hard work. It should go without saying that ice cream post-concert is a good way to celebrate a job well done. Per student request. Our final piece for this evening is Pirates of the Caribbean. I almost said Caribbean, I almost did. But thank you all so much for coming. director here in Marshall. On stage is the 6th grade band. We have 3 awesome pieces for you this evening. But before we get started, it wouldn't be a Chris Withrow band concert without your pre-concert entertainment. First and foremost, we are here to enjoy your children's music. I'm sure your ringtone is the latest and greatest from the top hits, but we are here to listen to them. So if you can silence your cell phones, that would be much appreciated. Secondly, we do keep the wing doors open, so if you have a young child that needs attention, feel free to take them out and continue to enjoy the show. Lastly, the transition between 6th and 8th grade is very brief, so we do ask that you stay through the entire concert. At the very end of tonight's performance, everything on stage will need to get back to the band room, so there will be a little bit of a hustle bustle to get everything into the room before it is time to go. Our first piece this evening is titled Glorioso. Our second piece from the 6th grade this evening is titled Night Fury. Now, if you remember from the previous concert, they played Night Flight of the Gargoyles. This was not on purpose. It's like a sequel, part 2. They sound kind of similar. Again, not intentional, just sort of happened to be that. This is Night Fury. this evening. Right away when I handed it out, I was very skeptical. I had never done it before. I listened to it and I was like, we'll see what they think. So I played 2 for them and I let them vote. And I don't think anyone voted for anything other than this. So they really liked it. I said, okay, it's hard. So I need you guys to really work hard and focus and be mature. That being said, they handled it really well. This song is entitled Crazy for Cartoons, and if you've ever seen Tom and Jerry,
Oh, yeah.
it is very reminiscent of that. This is Crazy for Cartoons. Oldest, wisest, and most mature. Glad you got it. Our first piece this evening is a march titled Valgrad. is titled Dark Ride. Now, again, similar to the other Night Fury, very Halloween-esque. Not my favorite holiday, but I like the creepy music, I guess. So it actually has some electronics with it, just to kind of add to the effect. This is Dark Ride. Our third piece for this evening is titled Fire Dance. Now, initially when I was kind of thinking about this concert, I was just thinking Valdrez, Dark Ride, and our final piece. And I was like, well, we're pretty ready. Let's hand out something that maybe would be like freshmen, like what they would play next year, just kind of see how they do. That was 2 weeks ago. And they very, very happily surprised me with how they just played it right. It was insane. So we've spent the last 2 weeks refining and really working this piece up. Please enjoy Fire Dance. for the evening, just last housekeeping items and such. Again, everything on stage will need to get put back in the band room. You all know this. They'll just kind of move everything in, and as soon as it's in, you're free to go. It has become now tradition to suggest that a great way to celebrate a job well done is ice cream. Take that. With 8th grade being their final year at the middle school until they move on, I would just like to say thank you, 8th grade parents, for sticking with us and me through hybrid learning and all of those other joys we had a couple of years ago. It's been really fun, and I look forward to seeing what the future holds for them. Our final piece for you this evening is the Green Monster in the Swamp, Shrek, Smash Mouth's probably the greatest hit, Walking on the Sun maybe, but either way, this is All Star. I got it.